afternoon. I'm Stacey J and this is my studio, and today is Tutorial Tuesday. So it has been brought to my attention that there are a lot of people out there with narrow shoulders, okay, versus their pattern. Shoulders can be, well, I'm just turning so the sun's behind me. See the sun? Turn on the sun, light up the world, tell everyone. Anyway, so anyone in New Zealand, I want to say happy Waitangi Day. Waitangi is the Treaty of Waitangi. It's history. I won't go into it. And Queenie's probably laughing about now. Okay, funny story. Let me just start with a funny story. There is something sparkling in my eyeball. It's that. Oh. What do you want, though?
No, it's not urgent.
Did you need a hand?
No.
I like how you stare at the camera when you come walking towards it.
Is it still recording?
Yes.
You know, it's not urgent. Prince Charles has got
I know,
prostate cancer.
They said it wasn't prostate cancer. They said they would not give it across. Yep, they haven't. I've heard that. I've been had the radio on.
There you go.
Yep, so he's got a cancer of some sort, but they won't let it be known.
Okay.
Yet.
Here you go.
So you don't know everything.
No.
Those jandals are like $100.
Yeah, I know. I like the height. I've got the chunky bits of plaster are ripping the belts to pieces. The things to pieces. So
Chris is still doing the downstairs room. I don't know where that bright thing's coming from. I'm just going to turn you back this way. Oh, nope, you're crooked. Don't be crooked. There we go. Right. That was a good start. Anyway, so I was telling a story. So on Mum and Dad's house, they had solar panels. Okay, Dad put them on, and it was a 20-year plan, etc., etc., etc. And so the people who purchased the house did not want to have the solar panels. So the solar panels sort of came off the house. We paid for that to be removed, and we're going to get them put back onto Mum's place. Hopefully. That's a longer story. But anyway, the solar panel girl rang me, and she's talking in that, and we said we're going to leave it a couple of months, see what Mum's electricity bill's like. And she said, I have a good bank holiday. To which I turned around and said, oh, you can tell you are English. I mean, she's got the sweetest little English accent. And she says, what do you mean? And I said, well, it's not a bank holiday, honey, it's Waitangi Day. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, no, it's all right. I said, it's more, yeah, it's not just a bank holiday. Yeah, the Treaty of Waitangi. Anyway, so I had a giggle at that. I think she felt I was offended, which I was not. It takes a lot to offend me. Anyway, so it's been brought to my attention that a lot of people have narrow shoulders, and fitting patterns, they're finding a difficulty in doing so. Now, I don't have narrow shoulders, I have sloping shoulders, which is, please, a totally different thing. Okay, so I'm going to do my tutorial today on how to change your pattern to get it to fit you properly in the shoulders. Now, when I do have on a raglan sleeve here, but a shoulder should go in and around the shoulder. It shouldn't come out and then go around the arm. That is not your shoulder. There's a lot of air between the seams, the side seam, and the side seam's coming out here. It's not fitting you properly. So that's a bigger adjustment. What I'm working on is that the shoulders start here and go around instead of hanging off your shoulders. I think you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. So today I'm going to do 2 ways to do this. First way is the dirty way. One of a better word. The dirty way, the crass way, the dirty way. The way I do it normally. Because I don't do it very often. And usually I'm doing it to a finished garment when I do alterations. Done quite a few to blazers and things like that. Nightmare. That's a huge kerfuffle. Won't be teaching that. Right, so I have down here on this piece of paper, I say without you guys being down here with me. So down here I have a, I'm going to put my glasses on now. You're so vain. Right, so I have got here a bodice front. I just excuse that line. The bodice front, I have these little plastic scummies that I use to mock up I don't really do it. I bought them because I could, for want of a better word, what the heck am I saying? Want of a better word. Anyway, so you've got your pattern piece down, okay, and you know it's going to be altered. You know that your shoulders, because you've measured from your neck out to your shoulder. Now, just while we're at that, now your shoulder isn't at the end here. This is not the end of your shoulder. So I want you to lift your arm straight up, and you can feel where the two bones hit together. The bone off your shoulder and the bone off your arm. Okay, they lock in there. So if I lift it up, it's there, right there where that joint is, and if I drop it down, see, it's not near the end. It's up a bit from the end. Okay, it's right there. That's filler. So that is where your shoulder is. So you want to measure from your neck to your shoulder. Now, if you've got a pattern that's sitting wider, don't forget you've got to measure that width as well. You can't just measure from here and go, oh yeah, no, good as wood, and off you go. No, mate, you can't. So we measure it, and I need to have 1.5 centimeters removed off my shoulder width, which is, I'll just bring the form because I don't know my inches. Hang on. What if we just do then, here, all right, I'm going to take off 1/2 inch. I need 1/2 inch off, which is 1.2 centimeters or 12 millimeters. Okay, so this is what we do. First the dirty way. Okay, so the dirty one, it just sounds wrong, eh? So I've got a little map here of the dirty one we're going to do. It's an easy one, no markings done on it. Just here's your shoulder. If you want, you can mark around your 1 centimeter seam allowance, just so that you are aware of what's going on. And around here. Okay. So if we wanted to take off 1.2 centimeters, we would come to the edge of our fabric, would go 1.2, and that would be our new shoulder seam. Okay, and we flip that way, curve it under, line it up nicely. Okay, and there's our new shoulder seam, so that will be gone. Remove the 1.2 across and off it, and we'll just do the 1 centimeter seam allowance again, so our new seam allowance is there. Oops. Okay, so we'll cut that out. I have got it folded under to get the bottom part of it out the way. And there is your new pattern piece. Right, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I would do that one if didn't have much to remove off it. Okay, we will be using, doing the other one with 1.2 centimeters. But, and you'll see that I accidentally stuffed up. I was going to do the dirty one first and I ended up doing the other one. So you'll see me repeating myself. So there's your new shoulder seam. Okay, and it is actually, this is one of the originals. Don't worry about the markings on that. And there it is. 1.2 centimeters smaller than the other one. That's the fast and hard way. Okay. The second way, I will now cut you back into where I stuffed up. Okay. So I need to, I've marked out my seam allowances. I've just marked a 1 centimeter seam allowance of all my things, of my neckline, my shoulder, and my armhole, my armscale. Now then I've marked about a third of the way around my armscale. Okay, which is ends up there. Now I hopefully have got it in a colour. I'm going to drop you right down. Just bear the rocky road ride with me. And I'll lock that, and then I'll unlock the bottom ones. Okay, so hopefully that's brought you closer and you can see. Now I've got all my little vivids so that you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to learn which ones are going to show up, eh? So we're working with this area, so I'll fold that out the way. And we're going to go on a narrow shoulder. We're not going to do broad shoulders today. We're going to do narrowing. But if you think hard and long about it, you just do it in reverse, wouldn't you? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to measure within our seam allowance, the halfway mark between our seam allowances, which is it's my tonguey day, nobody should be ringing me, right, which is halfway, and it's 10 centimeters from that side, from that seam allowance to that seam allowance. I'm going to mark 5 centimeters here. Okay, and then I've got that line mark there. So I'm going to drop it down. Okay, and I'm going to put a line, do the purple line. Let's do a purple line. Looks just like the pink line, I guess. I think I should. Just want to know if I want to take that to just through here. Okay, so that has centered that. I've gone down to the 1/3 down there. Okay, and then I'm going to go up and I'm lining up my parallel on my ruler. I'm going to go up through the center. However, this is where I want you to be very careful. We're going to do what you call a I'm just going to drop them up. Oh, the word has escaped me. We're going to go up to the seam allowance. So we're going to go through that seam allowance join. I'm going to do it in green. I'm parallel there. A hinge. Goodness gracious. So we're going to go up through there. And I'm going to start cutting. But notice how that's there. That's important. Hinge. How come I can't think of words? I get on here, I think I know what I'm talking about. I'm looking for my paper scissors. Here they are. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way down, all the way down, all the way And just, I want it to still be attached, okay? Then I would like you to go up. And then again, we want to do another hinge. So we're going to go down to that little green mark, okay? So you go, and, okay? So that's me making them make a noise. So we need to remove, I've got all of them here. I'm going to put a little piece of paper down our 1 centimeter seam allowance markings. We have found the center of the shoulder between our seam allowances. We did a line down about 1/3 down and did it. We then centerized it and went up through when we've done some notches. Okay, now I want to remove 1.2 centimeters from my shoulder seam, from my shoulder. So there's the dot there, there's 1 centimeter here, and 1, 2, there's 1.2 centimeters. Okay, hopefully you can see that. And we're going to bring that in. Oops. Sometimes working with them can be a bit crazy. Can you hear that sanding? I hope you can't. I won't make them stop it because I certainly want to be able to have that room up and running and dunning. Right. So that is my center line now is in line with, it isn't, but it will be in line with that marking there. Okay, I'm just going to get some sellotape. Right, lots of people use weights. I use sellotape, and I use magic tape so I can draw on it. Okay, which is that white one. Okay, so we wanted at 1.2. There's our 1.2. There, that's there. Okay, and that's got that little opening there, and we put a little bit of paper behind it. And we sellotape that down. Okay, so there's your new shoulder. And you just make sure everything is, oh, I just thought I was about to colour myself in. I'll use a, not purple, I use a blue. Okay, just make sure it's nicely finished off. And around. And that is your new narrow shoulder. Now I'm going to cut it out, and I've got that original one. Like I said, this is not about sloping shoulders, so just remember that when you come to it. And I'm just going to put some more tape over here because I know that I cut the... I'm a big tapeaholic, so when I start doing something, I tape it down. Sometimes it's bit me in the butt and I have to take it back up. Okay. And I had the original, which was this silly one I stuffed up on. Open it up. Line up everything. There you go. If we look at this, it is .2 centimeters smaller. Okay. Do we like that? Has that helped anyone that has a narrow shoulder issues? It's pretty as a peach. I don't like peaches. They have that fuzzy stuff on them. I'll eat peaches. Somebody else has to peel it. I'm not asking for people to peel grapes for me, okay? And I'll eat a peeled peach. Can't stand that fuzzy stuff. Don't know why, because I have no problem with velvet or anything like that, but so that is a narrow shoulder, so you could imagine what it is like for square shoulders. If you've got any questions, please do not hesitate to put them into the community page and I will get back to you. I have not seen questions in regard to my last one I actually did of something, which I can't remember. Is that really bad? I can't remember. Oh, that's right. I know what I did. Right, is that clear as mud? So you got the two ways to do it. You got the cutting down of the shoulder and bring it around by just going in. Okay, that looks really weird. I'm just going to cut that off. Okay, so that got cut in, that one. This one here got changed up. And I trued up the lines when I'd finished. Okay. I hope this was helpful to anyone that wanted to know how to do that or had wondered why their clothing kept falling off the shoulders. Things are made in certain ways, so they just haven't stepped outside the box sometimes and realised that we're not the same humans we were when we were wearing corsets back in the 20s. Don't forget, make sure you measure from where the item of clothing sits. So if you've got a boat neck, don't measure it from up here, measure it from the opening of the neckline and take that out to the joint that's there. Okay, that's huge because if it's a wide neck and you measure it from up here, it's still going to be wrong. Okay, I hope that was of some interest to someone, or yeah, I really do. I'm normally a dirty shouldered kind of girl way, but I know the right way to do it. Well, it's not the right way. Comprehensive way to do it. So speaking of, yesterday I didn't get on and do my make nines. I was very, very busy at making dresses. And what else did I do yesterday? Oh, had singing with my daughter. Sorry, it's gone from my hands now. Had singing with my daughter, so that was good. Caught up with my singing teacher. It's been a while. Well, school holidays, and not just the school holidays, it's been since Victoria went on study leave. which was before school broke out, because she's like a year 13, which is equivalent to a year 12, which can't tell you from any other country. She's a senior. Like, she can leave school at lunchtime and go to the dairy. So did that. So my mate nines, that's what I wanted to catch up on with you all, if I can find it. Okay, let's get the list. I know, I'm not organised, and I think the day I am, you guys will not be happy with me. I have got, as you know, I had Queenie down on the weekend, and one of the things I'm making is actually for her. I am looking at making the little bag thing for her, and it is called, there's the biggest picture of it. This is from Country Cow Designs, yep. And I do have the Country Cow Designs, the quiver sling, that one. Right, chee-ho. So I said to her while she was here, I said, you need to go and have a look at my bag fabrics and see which one you want for bags. To which she was overwhelmed when she got there and went, oh, you got too many. That's exactly how you sounded, Queenie. So after I made a nice poached egg, bacon and mushrooms and potatoes from leftovers from the night before and made them into our breakfast, we came down. Now, Queenie loves it. Like, I've already made her a bag out of this, so we're going to have a matching sling. So we picked this as our, not main fabric, because I think the main fabric's meant to be the vinyl. Picked it as its, there you go, the front panel there. See the front panel there? Picked it as that bit there. And wherever else that is. I've got waterproof canvas that can go on the inside. And for her vinyl, she's picked this. So this and this. What she thinks. I think she did good. I think this is what I would have picked had I not asked her anyway, because I know how much she loves this. So when Lily was working at Lincraft, she doesn't work there anymore because she lives over somewhere else, Churton Park. I have no idea. I don't even know why I'm bothering saying something. She just doesn't live around this area anymore. Anyway, so when she was working at Lincraft, every time there was a scrap of this around, like, you know how you get to the remnant section, she goes, it's remnants for Queenie's fabric. Do you want it? Yeah, go and get it. So I'd buy it and have more and more of this, because I actually like it too. But you know, when things are liked by Queenie, it becomes Queenie. So there's a gin that we like. It's a rhubarb and something gin, and we might have had some when Dad was in hospital. We just said it was kombucha. Not that anyone was going to tell us off, because we're at that point of it. But and Chris would bring some in for us, and we'd have kombucha. And so Queenie really loves this gin. So it's no longer my favourite, because that's what it was, my favourite one. It's now just known as Queenie's gin. So now I have to ask him to actually make me Queenie's gin, because he makes it and then gives it to her. And I don't live up there. I live down here. So not that I'm drinking at the minute. Being a good girl, being a sober girl. Well, I did have a few cocktails over the weekend. I'm decleansing. Anyway, oh, excuse that yawn. Okay, so that's what I come to the conclusion of with my mate 9. So currently I have, let's have a look what I have got organised for my stuff thus far. Right. Okay, so we've got that organised for the sling, the leopard and that. For my apron dress, I am going to make it in the striped, which I think everybody said that is a perfect choice. So that is sitting there waiting for that. For, that's not even in it. Don't know what's on my pile. For my cardi, which I don't have the pattern actually traced off, I have got this gorgeous fabric from Georgie, and to which I also have this one. So I'll probably make it in the maroon first because it's warmer at the minute. It depends on which one I make first. Okay, so that is that. Then I've got the assembly line, which is the V-neck cuff sleeve, cuff top, which I don't know, I mean, what would I have done if I had not got Georgie's parcel of love, right? I'm going to make it in that. It's a chiffon, so obviously I'll probably wear a little white singlet underneath, but I think that's going to be pretty. So that's that. Now, I was talking to Queenie about my coat, and we were looking at my coat fabric. Might not have come to a conclusion with that. And all the stuff in my Make 9 must come from fabric I have purchased already, like from then, or gifted. And you'll be happy to know I haven't bought any fabric. I did look online. It's good to, you know, window shop. I haven't bought any. I promise. I have got 5 weeks left. So that is what I've come down to with this. I really don't know what to do with my for my coat. I've thought about I want to say it's boucle. French people out there will actually correct me, I guess. I've got a pink one and a red one. The red is a stunning colour. I have thought about doing that. Because there's not much, I want to say, structure to it, I think that, and it's more floaty, I think that the boucle is going to be the best one for it. Anyway, so that's me, guys. That is how I do an adjustment in the shoulder, especially if I'm doing it for a client rather than doing it for me, because I'm rough and ready when it's got to do with me. But it works. It still works. You know, you just got to get the arm score back into shape. Anything bigger, I forgot to mention this, anything bigger than possibly 1.9, 2 centimeters, I'd start looking at the cap of your sleeve as well. Okay, you're going to have to adjust your sleeve cap with that as well. So heads up, if you need a lot taken off, if you're altering a pattern to do it, then you're going to have to alter your sleeve as well. Okay, speaking of altering patterns or taking it, Mum found this pattern, a retro pattern, 1979. Retro, okay, it's not vintage. 1979 is not vintage. Just putting that out there. Yeah. And she skulks away. It's not vintage. Anyway, so she's got this pattern. It's a size 16. And there is a lot of ease. And the ease is not the ease. The ease is the style of the shirt. Okay, if you pick a pattern that has a lot of ease, it's the style. Ease is given to a certain point, then it becomes the style of the garment. So if you've got a shirt that's really big and floaty, etc., and you make it like 4 sizes smaller because the finished garment size is massively different, you're actually altering the style of that garment. Just saying. Anyway, that's enough from me. Enough prattling and rattling on. Anyway, yeah, so she's got this top, and I'm going to grade it out because I love it too. It's really awesome. Or if I can remember it, I'll put the pattern number, style something. Anyway, guys, thanks heaps. I want you to stay well, warm and dry. Keep cool, keep on sewing. Make sure you hydrate. This is my little, and it's still got ice in it from this morning. Nice and cool. And no regrets. None. Can't think of any. All right. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.